All right, guys, so I want to take you through today on how you can use fitness as the vehicle to build the 4 most important things that will lead you eventually to build the 4th one, which is your new identity. Okay, so we have 4 points here. The first one is habits, the second one is discipline, the third one is self-trust, and the 4th is identity. So all of these all together are actually interconnected, intertwined with each other, okay? If one is missing, you cannot actually achieve neither one, okay? And so when we talk about, for example, habits, a lot of people get it wrong, because what they do is they start to build a lot of different habits all at once without building one at least, okay? And just stick to it to prove to themselves that they can actually follow through that. And so what happens is that they start building, let's say, habit number 1, then they do habit number 2, then number 3, and so on, right? And so what happens is that they start with 1, the 2nd, and 3rd, and the 4th, and so on, but the problem is that they didn't master themselves in building one simple habit, and they jump straight away into the 2nd one, and then the 3rd one, and the 4th, and then they get lost. And what happens is they ended up quitting on this, because shit gets hard, and they're like, oh, hold on a second, this is hard. Like, they are unable to keep going, because I'll give you an example. They can't even stick to something simple that says, hey, yesterday I decided that from tomorrow I'm gonna start drinking 2 liters of water a day. And then on Monday they start, day 1 they do it, day 2 they do it, day 3 they also do it, and then from day 4, day 5, they start making excuses. Oh, I forgot because I didn't buy water. Or I forgot because my fucking phone ringed at that time, and whatever the excuse might be, okay? So they start making excuses and stop following through on the simple habit that they say, I'm gonna try to stick for at least 7 days, right? But and so instead of sticking to that and prove to themselves, fuck, you know what? For 7 days straight, I actually said that I was gonna drink 2 liters of water a day, and the first sip of water was actually, let's say 6 a.m. as soon as I wake up, and I actually did it. Fuck, that feels great, right? But most people don't get to that, and that's why most people fail, because not only they stop following habit number 1, but they stack another 2nd or 3rd habit on top of that when they didn't even finish the first one, okay? And that's why they get stuck and they quit. And so this is what I tell people, guys, how about we do this, okay? Simple habit. Let's say again, example, drinking water, 2 liters of water a day. Start with that, do it for 7 days. Can you do that? All right, boom. And then they do it. So once you follow the habit number 1 for 7 days straight, okay, then you add on top of that habit number 2, which is waking up 6 a.m., all right? So now not only you are drinking 2 liters of water a day, you are now stacking also the 2nd habit, which is waking up early at 6 a.m. Boom, you do that for another 7 days. Now, when you do the 2nd habit for another 7 days, you do not stop the habit number 1, okay? So when you start following habit number 2, and you finish the habit number 2 for 7 days, now you have done 14 days of habit number 1, drinking water. You have done 7 days of waking up at 6 a.m. And now once you do that, now you stack habit number 3, okay? And habit number 3 can be when I go to bed at 10 p.m., I switch my phone off and I just don't scroll, okay? Whatever it might be. So you do that for another 7 days. And guess what happens? Now you have been following habit number 1 for 21 days, habit number 2 for 14, and habit number 3 for 7 days, and you just keep doing it, okay? So you build one at a time. But what happens is that you're technically building all of them together. You're just giving a space of 7 days in between, so your body can adapt to it, your brain can adapt to it, you can adapt to it, okay? That's how we're doing it, okay? That's how we're doing it. And so this is the beautiful thing about this, okay? Now, I gave you guys just simple habits, okay? Just drinking water, waking up early, no scrolling at night time, which is simple shit, okay? But we want to build habits that are actually stronger, habits that really, really build the discipline, the trust in yourself, the identity at the end, right? This is simple stuff so everyone can relate. But now let's say, because most people do that, another habit would be let's say I want to build the habit of waking up early and go to the gym at 6 a.m. every single day, or maybe 6 p.m., whatever time you pick it. And now you do that for 7 days, okay? Don't worry about your nutrition. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about, oh, I need to buy clothes. Don't worry about that. Can you show up at the gym for 7 days straight, for 14 days straight, for 21 days straight, every single day at the time that you say you would? Can you? Because if you can, you are headed for success. Now, after you do that, okay, let's say again you build the discipline to go to the gym 6 p.m. every single day, and you stick to that. Now, automatically, okay, you are building discipline at the same time. And it's like, oh, but wait, I need to learn 4 things. No, bro. You actually need to learn technically 1, which is the habits. And then what happens? The discipline will follow. Once you become disciplined, you build the trust in yourself because you prove to yourself that you can do this shit, right? And then because of that, you build identity, right? Let me go 1 point at a time. I just wanted to give you a picture. So you technically need to work only with 1, okay, in order to stack up the other 3 automatically without you even thinking about it. Because think about this. If you can stick to habit number 1, habit number 2, habit number 3, etc., right? You automatically are building the discipline to do those things. Because you have to build the discipline in order to keep following to those habits. Make sense? Okay? And so what happens is that by doing that, you build the discipline. And so the reason why discipline is so important is because it allows you to forget about motivation when that is lacking. Let's say, oh, well, I'm not motivated today to go to the gym. You know, I don't go. Most people that have not built a discipline, they will not go because they don't have the discipline. And so they listen to a YouTube video, they get motivated, and they go. But when that YouTube video is not there anymore, or someone fucking kicking them in the ass to, you know, go to the gym, they just don't go. Unless they have that, they don't do it. Okay, and by the way, this list will always go higher, okay? You're gonna get to a point, guys, that the exciting part about this, you're gonna get to a point that you're gonna have like 20 habits all stacked up together that you don't even have to think when you do them, when you follow them, and it's like you don't even feel it. It's like it becomes so easy because it's like driving a car, right? You know, the first time you drive a car, you're like, oh, you know, I need to think about the clutch. If you have a manual gear, right, for automatic, like in Australia, we don't think about that, right? But, you know, you need to think about the clutch and then the brake and the accelerator. Then you need to look at a red light and then you need to look people behind you, in front of you, on the side. Hey, it's a mess, right? But then once you start driving, you're like, you know, you're just like, you know, you don't even think, right? And you're pressing brake, clutch, accelerator at the same time, like, you know, drifting a little bit, doing this to, no, I'm joking, all right? But you get the point. So we want to get to that point where we start stacking up so many habits that it feels like, man, this is easy, man. What's next? What's next? What's next? But at the start, you will not feel like that. You will feel everything is going to be a mess. And that's okay, because you are starting out, okay? So, what was I going with this? So, yes, so discipline is super important because even when you don't want to do these things, the discipline will tell you, hey, hold on. You know, the brain calls you, excuse me, right? I'm disciplined. I don't give a fuck about motivation. I don't need any motivation. I know I'm disciplined and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do even when I don't feel like it, okay? Boom. Now that's the moment where you're starting to get to a point where you just do the hard things, easy things, hard things, anything in between. You just do it because it's like, you know, it's not about motivation. It's about me doing what's required, okay? And in order for you to do what's required, you gotta start with 1. And then you stack the second one. And then you stack the third one and the fourth one and so on, right? You guys get it, okay? Maybe I've repeated myself too much. But there is a reason behind why I do that, okay? Now, what happens is after that, okay, number 3 is the self-trust. So self-trust is simply, you know, the trust that you build within yourself, that you say, hey, you know, I trust myself because I said I was gonna do A, B, and C, and I fucking did it, okay? So think about this for a second. If you say to yourself or to me or to a friend or a family member, whatever, hey bro, I'll see you on Monday at the gym, and then you don't show up. Oh, sorry, I was busy. I forgot to call you. Then a week after, different person, hey bro, yes, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Let's catch up for a coffee. I wanted to talk to you about something. And then boom, 8 a.m. comes, you don't show up, your friend is waiting for you, you didn't even message him, all right? So now not only you're breaking the trust between the person that you were about to engage, but mostly you're breaking it within yourself. That's the problem, okay? Because people will never trust you again. They know you are unreliable, okay? And they will label you as unreliable. And now when they label you as unreliable, you start labeling yourself as unreliable, right? Because you are. You are unreliable. You told me that you were going to show up at 8 a.m. You didn't, right? You told me that you were going to come at the gym at 8 p.m. You didn't, right? Why are you lying to me? You lying to yourself. This is the problem, okay? Okay, so we want to build unbelievable self-trust within ourselves that when we are ready to start a business, say, yes, I know I can do it, right? Because every single time I said I was going to do something, I did it, right? I said I was going to go to the gym, I did it. I said I was going to wake up early, I did it. I said I was going to drink the water, I did it. I said to the guy, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m., 8 a.m., whatever, and I did it, and I did turn up. And now I say I was going to start the business, and now I'm going to do that. I say I was going to make the 100 phone calls in my business, and I'm going to do it. I know I can trust myself, right? That's the simplest way I can explain it, guys, okay? Now, guess what happened after that? Boom, bitches! Bum, bum, bum. Identity. See you later. All the motherfucker self. Okay? Now you're building the new you. Okay? That's it. It's very simple. There is no point of me, let me explain exactly, scientifically, identity, what it is, bro. That's what it is. Simple stuff. Okay? You are building the new you. You delete the old version of you, unhappy, big ears, long hair, that fucking lies to himself. We delete that. And we started building the one that is very happy, that he can trust himself, that he has the discipline because of the habits that he built. That's it. And that's what it is, guys. And so when we think about identity, for example, it's like, okay, this is a perfect example, okay? You cannot come to me and say, hey, Fabio, do you want a cigarette? Okay? And I'm like, I'm not a smoker. It's like, that's not my identity. I'm not a smoker, bro. I'm not gonna say, well, I don't smoke. Okay? I can say that I don't smoke. Okay? But I'm not a smoker. The reason I say that way, I am not a smoker, is because I am not. I don't smoke. It's not who I am. It's not my identity. It's not what people knows me for. What's your identity? You need to choose. That's why you need to choose who you want to become first, right? Which is going to be in another video. Now, I just wanted to break down these 4 points: habits, discipline, self-trust, and identity. But again, guys, there is more than this, okay? There is more to it, okay? It's not just that. But I believe that if you can start from this, all this stuff will follow through, by itself, without you even thinking about it. And so we go back to simple stuff, okay? We have to start from the very beginning, which is, can you build one habit and stick to it for 7 days? Can you do that? Do that. Then we can talk about the rest. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about, I need to start a business. I need the information. I need to learn how to market my product, how to sell my product. Don't worry about that, man. Oh, another example that I can give you is that, regarding identity, is that, let's say there are people that skip workouts, okay? They skip workouts. Sometimes they go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then they skip, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then go back on Sunday, hangover, right? The reason why they do that is because they have not built the identity of someone that shows up in the gym. Like, I don't skip workouts, guys. You do not need to convince me to show up in the gym. I do show up in the gym because that's who I am. The identity is simply who you are, okay? If you see someone in the street, No disrespect to anyone, I'm just giving an example. If you see someone in the street that is overweight, I don't need to ask the person his identity. I know what it is. If you see me in the street, or maybe you, in a good shape, you don't need to ask me about my identity. You know it, you smell it, you feel it, miles and miles away. So I hope you find this information valuable, guys. And if you want me to help you doing this and you want to do this together, I've put a link in the description, okay? Click in my bio, somewhere here, whatever. And we can do this together. It's a free program. It's called the Daily Rep System 100. It's a 100-day transformation designed to rebuild you from the ground up, okay? Through habits, discipline, self-trust, and identity, you will develop the mental and physical toughness to not only build something of your own, but to excel in every single area of your life, okay? So like I said, if you want to do this together, join the program through the link in my bio. It's 100% free. Let's do it. I'll see you guys next.